everyone, welcome to Sri Union High School and Junior College. And all my 5th standard students are welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Students, we are going to start with lesson number 20, Emotional World, Part 1 from page number 103. A big question mark. Third one is Vinod, who is very angry. Fourth one, Shreyash, who is afraid of his progress report. Pranita is happy because she has won a prize, and Yash is afraid and so he is running away. As you can see it over here in the previous pictures, that there were different kinds of expressions given on everybody's faces. Yes, my dear students, you might be sometimes happy, angry, sad, frustrated. You might be also scared, surprised, shy. Then sometimes you are very bossy. You might be feeling sleepy. You might be embarrassed sometimes. You might be proud, nervous. You might be disappointed, confused, impatient, curious, kind, obnoxious, excited, grumpy. Means what? These all are the feelings. These all are the moods of what? These are the moods of emotions. These are the way of expressing our emotion. So let's start with today's lesson, that is our emotional world. Dear students, here they have given a small activity. What they have told us that to note your feelings about the following and write them down. Number 1, your own behavior from the time you wake up in the morning till you go to bed. Second, picture of natural disasters in the newspaper. Third point, news about a cricket match in the newspaper. Fourth point, anger at your classmates. And last, fifth point, the tricks that jokers play in a circus. Now students, as we know that Sneha is worried. She is giving a facial expression on the face of worriness. Can you imagine why she would have given this state of emotion or this state of expression on her face? Now see the second one. See Advait. He is so tensed up. The main question arises in front of him is how to study. We know that students till 10th standard we have to study English, Hindi, Marathi, history, geography, computer, PT, in all other variety of subjects we have to study. Some of the subjects are very liking and some of the subjects we don't like it, we dislike them. So Advait is thinking that if I want to study, then how to study? There is a big question mark on his face. And plus he is thinking how to cope up with this problem. See the third one. If you see Vinod's expression, Vinod is very angry. At that particular moment, he can hit anybody. His full face has become red and now he is going to burst out his anger. Let's start with the next one, that is Shreyas. Can you see Shreyas' expression on his face? Yes. He is very tensed up. Why he is so tensed up? Because after seeing his progress report card, he is not fulfilled with his expectations or expectations of his parents or his family members. He is now tensed up that how to face them, because whatever promises he might have done it before the exam, he must have not fulfilled it, and that is why somewhere is lacking behind. We can see the expression of tension on his face. Now students, let's see about Pranita's expression on her face. Looking at her positivity on her face, we can imagine that she is happy. You can also even see that she is holding a bouquet, and plus there is a board written of congratulations. That means she has won a prize and she is happy. She is happy for herself, and that is why her happiness can be seen it on the face. Students, let's have a look about Yash. We all are afraid either for something or the other. But if you see the expression of Yash, Yash is very scared. He is running away. We all get scared. We all get afraid. See the expression of Yash showing the panicness, and he is afraid, and that is why he is running here and there. We, the human beings, are bound to have the facial expressions. Yes, that is called as human nature. Right from getting up early in the morning from our bed till going down to the bed, we are facing many problems every day, every moment. Even if we see any of the pictures of natural disasters, where then also we feel depressed, we feel sorrow, we are not so happy after seeing those pictures. When we hear any news about the cricket match that our India is winning, we have the sense of happiness. We clap, we scream, we express our expressions in various other moments. Like that, when someone is angry in our family or in our school, we avoid them. We stay away from them. And last but not the least, whenever we see jokers, we see that the person is making others smile. The person is making others laugh. Looking at his trickiness, we always feel happy. Human nature has many different aspects. Human undergoes change as all humans grow up. Their nature seems to change. The environment someone grew up in affects that person's nature. There is no perfect person in the world, but my belief is that everyone was born free of sin. Because, of course, when you are a baby, you don't do anything wrong. But I believe that humans aren't essentially good or bad, but rather both. Humans aren't all good. Every human has their mistakes. Every single one of us has done something that wasn't exemplary. Sometimes without us even knowing that we did. And so, therefore, we are all bad at some point. But most people aren't bad. Like everyone is going to go to jail. So we must balance things out. So thus we are both good and bad. We have our good days and we have our bad days. We are not perfect human beings. It is what we do to ourselves once we start thinking for ourselves and we know what is going on in our environment. Our everyday decisions makes us what we are right now. We can sometimes be good and sometimes be bad. Sometimes a person gets very angry. At other times, he is ready to forget and forgive easily. At times, he is jealous. At times, he is loving. Sometimes, he acts selfishly. But sometimes, he is willing to make a sacrifice for others and comes forward to help. Anger, joy, sorrow, jealousy, disappointment, fear, etc. are all emotions. Now, my dear students, we are going to study the next part, which is called as coping with our emotions. So, what does the word emotion means? Emotions are responses to significant internal and external. In some other words, if you want to express, emotions are intense feelings that are directed at someone or something. Just as man is able to think, he is also emotional. We should be able to strike a balance between our thoughts and emotions. When someone hurts us, we feel sad. This is natural. However, we should know how bad to feel about it. If someone does something wrong, we get angry. However, we must not lose our temper. It is natural to desire something, but we must not be greedy for it. If we think properly, we can control our emotions. Emotional adjustment involves coping with your emotions, being able to control them and expressing them in a reasonable manner. Now, my dear students, what is the meaning of emotion? Emotion is the pen that carves our activities. It can be described as our lives are ruled by emotions. Emotional coping strategies help you face life with ease. We like to do activities that encourage our emotions. Our decisions are based on our emotions, such as anger, sadness, frustration, boredom, and happiness. Emotion is thus a mental reaction in the mind of an individual in the form of a strong feeling. It is important to express emotions for both mental and physical well being. Research has proved that when you keep your emotion to yourself and do not express them, you can suffer from physical troubles like sadness. Inability to express oneself on time often lead to physical ailments like body ache, change in weight, as well as mental crises like irritability, anger, lack of concentration, and even sleeping problems. It is thus important that you know how to cope with your emotions. Coping with emotions is all about the capability to speak or express the way one is feeling. It is a life skill that leads to healthy and prosperous life. Coping with emotions include understanding and realize the effect of emotions on our behavior and perception. Understanding the role of our bodily changes, emotions thus create responses in the brain called feelings. These feelings are caused by physical changes in the body, chemical changes that include expression of the changes on the face. There are two types of emotions. One can be affirmative or negative. One is the positive emotions. These emotions like joy and love make you feel good. They are responsible for your perspective. It is like the accelerator of a car that gives its renewed speed, while negative emotions are like guilt and anger. They make you feel bad. They often narrow down your perspective. When we learn to cope with our emotions, our personality becomes balanced. Our ability to understand others increases and we can overcome adverse conditions. Then we become free from faults such as blaming others unnecessarily, calling them names, and not being able to tolerate their success. We become happy and our ability to relate to others improves. We learn not to be stubborn. It means recognizing emotion within us and others and being aware of how emotion influence behavior. We should be able to respond to emotions appropriately. Intense emotions like anger or sadness can have negative effects on our health if we do not respond appropriately. Students, do you know what does coping mean? Coping means to deal, to overcome the problems and difficulties, or we can even say to maintain a contest or combat, usually on even terms or with success used with. How do you cope up with your emotions? There are few points. Just pay attention. Take a look at the impact of your emotions. Aim for regulation, not repression. Identify what you are feeling. Accept your emotions, all of them. Keep a mood journal. Take a deep breath. Know when to express yourself. And last, give yourself some space. So, my dear students, I hope so. You must have understood from page number 103 about our lesson number 20, our emotional world part 1. In the next video, I will be uploading about the awareness of our own flaws and what we need to change in ourselves. So keep watching. Thank you everyone.